This is Matt here, and today I've got a build guide for you for the Autogun double tap Deadeye. This is just a very straightforward, reliable damage build, basically using the Deadeye's mobility and just reliable DPS to be able to take out the targets that you want, wherever you want to take them out, basically. They can cover most of the map, and then, yeah, they're very reliable with their precision and everything. So I'll just explain the build, basically. So the signature skill of the build is the double tap. Basically what happens with this is that you get an extra 10% critical hit chance to this shot above your normal critical chance. You can aim it at specific body parts, so it's like an aim shot, which is quite useful. So you don't necessarily need to get a clean shot on the target. If you just part of their body's visible, you can shoot at that part. And if you do a critical with this attack, then you get plus 25 AP. So this shot costs you 35 AP just normally, and then you get 25 AP back. So it's basically 34 AP or 25. So essentially it costs you 9 AP. To fire the shot, assuming you get a critical on the first shot, which you generally almost always will because you're using an autogun. So the autogun fires multiple times. Let's have a look at the autogun. So so the autogun, so you can fire. See, it says 15 to 20 times 6. So that means it does 6 individual shots, and each one of those shots has a separate chance to crit. So basically, you're guaranteed to get a crit. Quite often, you'll get like 2 or 3 crits in that period. So it's pretty rare not to get a crit with your first shot, especially because you've got an extra 10% crit when you're using the double tap above whatever your normal crit is. So that's pretty much the central part of the build. Take double tap, use an autogun, and then you'll get a shot for 10 AP, which you can aim at a particular spot, and it's also got plus 10 crit. So it just does reliable, solid damage. Now there's a few other parts to the build that sort of enhance it. So height advantage, this is plus 35 critical damage to ranged attacks. So it's not critical chance, it's critical damage. But so all of those crits that you're going to do 35% more damage, which is great. Then you've got killing spree. So after you want to get a high amount of precision, and this build's got a fairly good amount of precision. So Escher don't generally have like the best precision stuff compared to Orlocks. Orlocks are sort of the superior ranged build setup for most things. So you want to get a bit of extra precision where you can get it. So killing spree, this will give you 30% extra range precision once you're down your first enemy with the Deadeye, and each Deadeye should reliably be getting 2 or 3 kills probably a battle at least. So you're definitely going to get use out of this after you drop your first opponent. Then you've got some other things we've got to do with precision as well is field scan and mark target. You actually don't really need that many skills for the core part of the build, so you kind of got some extra actives to take here. So so field scan is going to bypass 25% of their it's going to give you extra 25% range precision and bypass 25% of their ranged evasion. So you're going to get less dodges and less grazers. So that's very powerful. It's just a single skill, but it only lasts until the end of your next round. So you're not going to actually use that a lot of the time because you're going to want to be saving your AP to to shoot people. But if you find that you've got some AP left at the end of the round, because you need 30 AP to do your shots with a two-handed weapon, so you quite often will have a few AP left. You just always pop that on. Then next round you're going to be doing a lot more damage. Then the other thing we've got for the same sort of thing to make sure that you're going to hit more often is this mark target. So this one lasts to the end of the battle, but it's on the target. It's not a self buff. So basically, if you initiate this the Deadeye sort of early in your turn order, if you don't think you're going to have enough damage to kill the opponent with this Deadeye, then you can and you've got some extra AP. You calculate that you're going to have extra AP left over. Then you use this 15 AP skill first, removes the 25 of the target's evasion, and then you're going to get less misses. So evasion's the one that makes you miss. And then that's going to stay on them. So when your next character activates, they'll be able to easily finish them off. So that's kind of all we really have on the side of accuracy and like penetrating evasion and getting more precision. I'll quickly show you at the end the Orlock version of this that's a bit better in that regard. Just a couple of other points. As I mentioned in my previous video, really into Rearguard and Vanguard at the moment. So on Deadly, you really want this extra 75 HP. It only gives you minus 10 maximum action points, so you're still getting your 50 action points per turn. You just can't save that extra 10 like you normally could to go up to 60. So as long as you're using all your action points each turn, that doesn't actually affect you, and you get 75 extra HP. But because this isn't really a frontline character, you don't necessarily intend to get hit sort of ever. So you can give up 50 of that HP to get an extra 15 action points per turn. So that means instead of getting 50 action points per turn, you're going to get 65. And that means that you've got enough points to do a double tap for 34. And even if that failed to get a crit somehow, you'd still have enough points left over to do another normal shoot for 30 afterwards. Now, assuming that you do get the crit, which you almost always will, then you're going to have, so you start off with 65, you lose 34, so you've still got 31, then you get 25 back, so you've got 56 action points, and then you can do another shoot, and then you've still got 25 action points left, and you can use that for mobility or whatever you want. Or you might want to do a field scan to make your DPS going to be higher next round. But what we do with this character specifically meant to work in with with this leader build that I've got that gives you a free shoot action per turn if the leader can buff you, and also often a minus 10 AP to plus 10 AP. So basically with that, this character is going to get an extra shoot action as well, and possibly if they've got two orders on them, so if they've got fire at will order from the leader and they've got attack order, then they'll get an extra free shoot order from the fire at will, and then they'll get an extra shot as well from the extra 10 AP. So so you can potentially be putting down sort of 4 shots per turn with this character, and you can pretty reliably put down 3 shots per turn if you have a character with the Shifty Ruse aura. So that's I'll just quickly show you that. So you go into a heavy Shifty Ruse, gives you another 15 AP. So with that, you can reliably do 3 shots per turn. Potentially you can do 4 or even 5 if you've got this this order build. So you can check out the a leader heavy order build that I posted last time. That's what this is designed to work with. So this is particularly for the order build. If you want to make the best sort of Deadeye, reliable killing Deadeye that you can, you want to go probably Orlok. But the Escher one does have some advantages, and it works. Obviously, the order build only works with Escher. Just quickly, I'll just mention as well, this is the other thing. So the signature skill of the Deadeye is their grapple, their ascension skill. So signature skill here, ascension. No, you guys can't see that because my head's in the way. Signature skill ascension. That for 15 AP, that lets you move around the battlefield. It's got a 40-meter range, so it's pretty huge. You can move a really long way. If you might normally have 50 or 60 movement points, if you do 2 ascensions, that means you can move 140 meters across the map, or back and forth. So this repositioning, after you do a shoot action, you'll get a free ascension. So basically you can use almost all of your movement rate to run wherever you want on the battlefield to get your perfect shot, the perfect angle, shoot, then get your free ascension to zip back away from the front lines, get back into a sort of defensive position or up on higher ground or somewhere where melees aren't going to be able to get to you. So this skill, it's a utility skill, but it's really pretty core and essential to the build. If you've got the order build that I was talking about, you're going to get a free shoot action per turn, so you're going to always be able to get this. And potentially you'll have, depending on what action point setup you've got, you'll get 2 shoot actions per turn. So you can kind of do a shoot action, reposition, do your double tap, shoot again, and then reposition again. So it's a lot of mobility, just moving around whatever angle you want on the battlefield. You've got so much movement range with your ascension and your movement. You can pretty much that's what I mean. It's just going to be it's a reliable DPS build. Anywhere you want to put that damage on the field, you'll be able to put it, and you know that you're going to take that target down quite a lot. So Escher, as I said, Escher's got a bit of a problem with sort of accuracy and precision and stuff. So this they're not as good as Orlok. This build's kind of probably one of the highest you can get with in terms of accuracy and stuff with the Escher build. And also, as I said, it works in with my heavy order build, which is going to have 1 or 2 heavies. So you're likely going to have plus 25 precision as well from the aura on the other heavy, the precision aura, which is going to give plus 25 range precision. So if you can shoot from within there, you'll get that. But because of the nature of this Deadeye build, you're going to be moving around a lot, so you might not always be in the precision aura. So you can also do this one to debuff the enemy, or this one to buff yourself the previous turn. And what else do we have to mention on here? Just exertion again. It's not really a core part of the build. You might want to switch this out for something else. But it's just a great sort of get out of jail free card when you just need that another 15 points of action points to save yourself. Particularly with this build, because if you don't have enough AP to get out of dodge and run back to your own team, then you might be dead. So this exertion gives you 15 more AP and 15 more movement points. So that's 15 more movement points to move to the edge of something, so you can jump off or get into a different spot, get into a good spot to shoot your grapple, and you can use the 15 action points to shoot your grapple as well. So it's a great escape skill. And also, if you just want to kill that enemy and you just need a few more points to kill them, that exertion is going to definitely, if you've got like 25 AP left after your double tap, then you can definitely use exertion to get a full shot out of it. And I think that's pretty much it. Iron Will, again, is not a core part of the build. It just gives you a self-heal. So yeah, there's probably some other stuff you could do. I'll just quickly show you the Orlok version of the build, and also some some sort of alternate skills that you could take. So yeah, so one alternate thing you could do is, instead of taking double tap and nothing else, you could take trick shot as well. Yeah, I'll just quickly jump onto the Orloks. So yeah, so basically the Orloks build is the same essential central part, which is just double tap and autogun. Where are we? Yeah. So again, you have sort of the same essential thing of having an autogun. So you're firing 6 shots per turn, so you're almost guaranteed to get a crit. You've got double tap, and you've got the reposition. So you can get anywhere you need to on the battlefield, whatever angle you need to get to shoot that enemy. And the double tap's going to give you some reliable damage with plus 10. With plus 10 crit, and it's going to give you back 25 AP, so you're potentially going to get a second shot. They've got some extra stuff like Killing Spree, so after the first enemy gets downed, they get plus 15 range critical chance, which is going to increase your damage, and it's going to increase the chance of your double tap getting that crit to give you the extra 25 AP. Although, as I said, it's pretty reliable, you don't really need any help there. This stacks twice, so you're going to end up getting plus 30 crit chance. So this is going to quite substantially increase your damage, so that's quite powerful. The other thing that the Orloks get is this self buff that lasts for the whole battle, that gives you plus 15 range precision. So again, that means a lot less grazers, so you're going to do a lot more damage. Their height advantage is the same, but they also have this battle advice skill that they can choose. It's a different house variant to what Escher gets. Escher's one's not so useful. This one gives you minus 15 MP cost of entrenched. So yeah, I didn't mention entrenched before, but yeah, obviously you've got that option of getting an extra 20 AP with entrenched if you're in a good position. But often you're going to want to use those movement points to get that angle, so you can get into the right position. But yeah, anyway, so for more of a stationary build, especially the battle advice version on the Orlok version is better, because you can use the entrenched cheaper, so you can still move. What am I saying? So so you want to get mobile so you can shoot from the right angle and stuff. Whereas entrench isn't really going to be as useful on Escher because you need that movement. Whereas this entrench is a lot cheaper, so they can still potentially move a fair bit and get their entrench in as well. Exertions is the same. Readiness we already covered. I was just going to say, so with the Orlok version of the build, they don't need to worry so much about precision and and range precision and accuracy, because they've sort of got, you know, some better skills and stuff with that. So potentially, and also because there's no order build, fire at will order build for the Orlocks, so you're not going to have those free shoot actions. So potentially, after you've used your double tap, which can only be used once per turn, you might want another sort of higher damage skill to get a bit more damage on the target. So you could potentially use Trick Shot. So Trick Shot costs plus 35% AP, so it's going to be 45 AP. So, you know, it's going to be a bit limited in when you're going to have the AP to actually use it. But yeah, potentially. So you could do a double tap. Just say you've got 60 AP, for example. Or what's more reliable? Yeah, so you'd have 50 AP because that's your maximum, and then you'll have plus 15 perhaps because you're in the aura of your heavy. So you might have 65, let's say, and then you've got the Vanguard that gives you another 15. So you might have 80 in that case. So you don't have like either 65 or 80, for example. So you might do double tap. Cost you, let's say you've got 65. So when I do double tap, you lose 34, so you've got 31 now. But then because you get a crit, you get 25 back. So now you've got 56. And then 56 is not quite enough to do 2 shoot actions, but it is enough to do a 45 AP trick shot. So then that's going to give you 2 more shots with minus 15 precision. But as I said, like the Orlocks have got a bit better precision, so it's not such a big deal for them. Yeah, so that's would be a slightly different version for the Orlocks, which is actually slightly superior because they've got some more precision and accuracy, and they don't need to take those buffs as much. So in this version of it, as you can see, I've taken Battle Advice, which gives you the minus 15 cost of entrenched, so you can just get a bit more AP, potentially get an extra shot in. And I'm taking Trick Shot instead of the mark target and the field scan self buff. But yeah, I'm actually interested in getting in some more range builds for the Orlocks. The other great thing about Orlocks, of course, is that they get the is this it? Yeah, minus 35% cost of Overwatch after using any offensive range skill. So if they use their Trick Shot or whatever. So quite often if you've got some little extra AP left over, you can always just pop into an Overwatch with your Orlock character. Whereas the Asher doesn't really have that opportunity because their Overwatch costs the same amount as a full shoot action. So again, that's just another little bit of a difference that sort of gives the Orlocks a bit more flexibility and advantage. And of course, as a DPS ranged build, the Overwatch is particularly powerful on these characters. And you can also change this stuff around if you want to go more an Overwatch build. But the idea of this build is not really a defensive character. It's more of a finisher, a killer, you know. So when you've got, there's anyone in the field that's got low health, this guy will be able to get into position to shoot them and take them out, So yeah, I hope that build's useful to you guys. It's just a pretty basic build. Some guys in my subscribers kind of first gave me the idea for it. Anyway, if you're interested in any more builds, you can subscribe to my channel or check it out. Check out my channel to see what new videos are coming out periodically. As I said, I'll be doing some more range builds for Orlock in the future, and also I want to do a sort of a tank bullet sponge build for drawing out Overwatch fire and that kind of thing. So check that out in the future. Anyway, that's all I got for now, guys, and have a good one.